Oh shit, what is that one? Alright, I've lost it. Hey guys, look, this was intended to be how to solo over transition logo blues. And so I got off on some kind of tangent there. Some out of tune shit. Anyway, check this out, guys. Man, what an amazing... I'm going to get into some cool shit here in a minute. I'm going to show you what I know about soloing over transition logo blues, which is off the In Stereo record. Now, I got to give full disclosure right up front here that Uncle Larry wrote that song. But it is a fun one to play, man. But that is a total Uncle Larry composition. I just added whatever, you know, little stuff I could do on that song with as far as the solo and a couple rhythm things and whatever. But man, I thought the track turned out great on the record. It's a fun song to play. I was actually teaching somebody earlier that asked about it, and so I thought I'd share a couple things on here. But the chords are, it starts like this. It starts like this: E7, D7, E7, D7, then the little boogie woogie riff, which is E, F sharp major or F sharp dominant 7 to the 4A to the 5 B. Right? So then we solo over that section, which is again E7 to the 2, which is F sharp major, to the 4A, B, to the 5, back to the 1. Okay, then the next section goes to the C chord, to G, to D, to B7, back to C, G, D. C. Then back to E7. The melody melody over the C section. On the record, we soloed over it, but for live, we started getting right back to the melody because we thought it was a stronger move. So the melody. Which is right out of your A shape. Right back to E. Okay, so if I'm soloing over these changes and they're boogieing along about this tempo, okay, that's a cool little way to play some rhythm. And then these little things. Little Brent Mason kind of trick, right? A. So start getting up to those dusty frets. I want to come back down here. So maybe it's this. That's your C shape. This walk up. That's your D shape out of F sharp. Sorry. Yeah. Then so watch this though. C shape. F sharp. A. B. There's your A7. You know, these chords are so close together. I'm going to get into all that. But as far as soloing over this, actually, let's do it right now. So if I'm playing E, I can go to F sharp here. Start playing some stuff. Or I can go to it right there. Right? Or I could go here. A. Okay, so the point of this is I'm going right to the chord. For a split second, you're in E7, then you're over in F sharp 7 for a minute. You got to really quickly play through these chords, but you got to cover them. And I know enough where I'm at on the fingerboard to where I can kind of go there and play something that makes sense. So if I was just to do it though, like watch this. If I go to E, there's my F sharp. A, B, right? So I'm just seeing where all these are. Okay, here's E. If I go, I could play the same thing over all three chords. It would work, right? It would be better than playing something that didn't fit. And so I could do this. Getting out there now, but those are the ideas. I mean, you can take that idea and keep going right here, right? You know? That's the same lick and idea over every one of those chords. Now, you don't want to do that every single time, but it's kind of cool to get on a little theme and play around there. But my point of this is I'm going right to the chord. If I play, if I did these little double stop ideas, like what if I went, you know, that's a little call and response, right? That works great, and that's not a lot of like, you know, I'm not playing a bunch of stuff. It's just an idea, but it gets you through it, and it's something that it's not faking it or anything. It's just, you know, less of a single note flurry and more of an idea. So if I was to do the double stops in E, sorry. So over E. That's cool, and I'm just staying in one spot. E7. This is a great way to start getting your hybrid picking stuff together too. Up a whole step. Now A7. Your hand's already in this playing like this, right? So again. So again, A, A7, B, B7, there's your double stops, right? Right out of the chord. Same idea over both chords, but you got to acknowledge the chord. So again, in case you're just joining us here in the nosebleed section, E7, F sharp 7, dominant 7, but I'm really targeting those thirds. I'm going right to the sound of that chord. Much more to expand on here, folks. Just wanted to keep the YouTube. I'm going to bust ass this month I'm going to try to do a YouTube video every day this month. I got to get this channel back to being healthy. All my arrows are down. I want them to be in green, facing up. I like to see that. My OCD really appreciates that. So I hope you get something out of that. We could keep going on this forever, but the main thing is just go to the chord and play something out of the chord. That's the whole thing behind my plan. But I was going to tell you, last night, man, I had a great meeting with a friend of mine up the street. I live right across the street from a bunch of bars and restaurants. It's crazy, man. It's not ideal for old GT here to be that close to a bar and good restaurants. But I had a great lesson earlier. Like I said, man, I'm so lucky I get to hang out with good people. There's no bad people, you know, and all of our cars are running good, and you know, it's like things that used to not happen on the Gulf Coast. But isn't that funny how that works? But all good people, all good music, nothing but love. Newsletters going out about the tickets for Chicago that go on sale tomorrow at like 10 o'clock in the morning, I think. Night one sold out. Please, friends, please join the newsletter. If you don't do anything else, please join the newsletter. Don't forget to hit the tip jug. I've made that very easy for you guys. And it means a lot, man. I mean, you know, it's like Christmas. So when that happens, I can get a nice cup of coffee. But I was going to tell you, man, I was at this meeting up the street at like around 5:30 yesterday, and I had a great conversation with this kind of new friend, but we have some very, you know, old mutual friends. And this guy moved to Nashville in like the 70s, and due to some things that are coming up that are very exciting, I'm not going to tell you exactly who it is, but moving right along is he goes, man, there's an event going on. I said, oh yeah, shit, I got a text about that. My buddy's photography studio up the street, he does the instrument head stuff, Michael Weintraub. Very cool stuff if you haven't seen that. He's done everybody. And so we went up to this thing, and it was like at his photography studio, and there was a couple different photographers that were doing a show there that have photographed a bunch of great rock and roll stuff, Dolly Parton, Merle Haggard, Keith Richards, a bunch of cool stuff. And it was a hell of a party. It was like old school Nashville, man. When everybody showed up, you know, people are dressed nice. Everybody's having some cocktails. Urban Cowboy kind of catered the thing. There's people mingling outside. There's people mingling inside. There was people. It was like walking into a reunion. It was like an old school Nashville hang, where that doesn't happen a whole lot anymore around here. But man, that was so cool last night. We ended up going to the after party at Urban Cowboy. Then the other after party. A story of my life in Nashville. The after party at a place up the street here. Ended up running into Sturgill Simpson and talking to him for a long time, and you know, had a couple hand rolled cigarettes with him just for fun, and got to catch up with Sturgill. He's a great guy. I met Sturgill at the turnip truck 15 years ago when he just moved to town. He was checking out my food at the counter at the turnip truck. He was working the cash register, and I was going down to do a session. And he goes, man, aren't you Guthrie Trapp? And I went, yeah. And he goes, man, would you ever be up for playing some music with me sometime? And I went, yeah, man, absolutely. I said, what's your name? He goes, man, my name's Sturgill Simpson, and I just moved into those condos across the street. And I was like, no shit. And I said, yeah. So I took his name down on a napkin, and I never called him. And now we always joke every time when he sees me, he goes, oh yeah, he goes, I'm at Guthrie, man. He took my number down on a napkin and never called me. And so, but Lauer, Joe Metz, plays with Sturgill now again. He's back in the band, and he's an ass-kicking musician. So, ass-kicking musician. You don't hear that every day. So, man, just a great hang last night. Classic Nashville night. A bunch of guys were out and girls, and man, it was just a blast. So, life is good. You know, we're one holiday down. We got Thanksgiving is done, and it was a blast. Now we're moving on into Christmas. I get a little squirrely around Christmas. We try not to do too much pressure on the shopping and stuff. I bought my parents a couple nice things and already sent it to them. We try to focus on, you know, just the good things, the food, you know, maybe some nice wine or a little bourbon cocktail, and you know, just, you know, hanging with friends, hanging with family. You know, if you see something that you like, Billy Gibbons is a perfect example of this. He sends people gifts all year long. Postcards, letters, knickknacks, gadgets, you know, all kinds of stuff. I'm getting packages from Billy every other day in the mail. I'm gonna have to open up a whole new room here just for his stuff. But you know, that's the kind of thing, man. If you see something that makes you think of somebody, that's a gift, get it for them. Doesn't matter if it's August. It doesn't matter if it's December. But this running out and trying to, you know, spend thousands and thousands of dollars on people that you don't even like or you don't even talk to half the year, and then Christmas comes around, you feel like you got to put a bunch of shit under the Christmas tree. I don't subscribe to that method, man. I've weeded that out of my life. But doesn't that sound like fun? I sound really fun, don't I? But hey guys, look, I appreciate you. Check out the immersion experiences and the lessons for a thoughtful and unique Christmas gift this year. Give the gift of music, something that will inspire somebody and you know, stimulate their mind and share something cool like that. I encourage you to do that because it is a thoughtful and unique gift. When a lot of times, you know, guys that are in their, you know, 40s, 50s, and 60s and 70s, it's like, what do you buy these guys? Nothing, you know. I mean, So I say, instead of going out and buying an iPad, give them a guitar lesson. It's a lot cheaper, and it might actually stimulate their brain a little bit. So share the gift of music. Check out the links below. Thanks for my little sales pitch there to you guys. It means a lot. Hope you got something out of this. More to come. My goal is a YouTube video every day in December. Let's see if I can stick to that. All right. Hey, guys, thanks a bunch. Telecasting from East Nashville, Tennessee. One of the coolest guitar neighborhoods on the whole planet, I think. And we'll see you guys down the road real soon. Hopefully tomorrow. All right, guys. Cheers. See ya.